There's something special about standing on the summit of a mountain waiting for the sun to rise, or waiting for the sunset. And in this video I find myself on top of a mountain, which I hadn't planned to be on. Anyway, here's me heading up the trail in a bit of a rush. Right, hello. Good evening, good morning, whatever time you're watching. And I am on a mission. This is plan C, and I'm hoping to get to the top of this mountain for sunset, which is about an hour away. I only started about 15 minutes ago, so I've left the van, and yeah, it's just a bit of a rush to get up here. Hopefully I can get to the top and show you some amazing views. And there's a number of reasons why this is plan C and why I'm rushing. I'll come on to them in a minute. For now, I'm just going to hit my head down and see if I can gain as much height as I can, so at least I can see the sunset if I don't get to the top in time for it going down. Ooh, right, let's go. Oh, right, let me explain a few things. Firstly, maybe over my shoulder. I don't know if you can make it out, but you can start to see some nice white mountains over there. Keep looking. And plan A was an attack, or a walk. An attack, what am I like? Jesus. Yeah, it was a walk up onto one of the highest mountains in Scotland, over yonder, onto the Cairngorms plateau. And that was going to be a sunrise hike, but I've got to stop and get my breath. But I'm not going to do that. The reason being is it's really nice tonight. Tomorrow morning up there, wind speeds are in excess of 70 miles an hour. So that was kiboshed, and I ain't doing that. So I'm going up here instead. But there was also a plan B. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. There's somebody coming. More about plan B just coming up. There was actually somebody coming down the path, and as you know, I don't like recording. I get embarrassed when there's other people about. Anyway, I was making good progress up the hill, and here's me to tell you all about plan B. Oh, tell you what, I'm making good progress. Absolutely flying up here by my standards, but I'm getting a bit chilly, so I'm going to have to put on another layer. But let me tell you a wee bit about plan B. So plan A was to go up Cairngorms, actually just a short loop, or maybe around the northern corries, get the crampons on and ice axe out. But as I said, winds in excess of 70 miles an hour, kiboshed that. So plan B was actually to come up here. This is Mila Buchel. It's I don't know, over 800 metres, and you get some lovely views. And I think this is the first time I've been up here with some views over. Usually this is a backup hill when the weather's really bad. But yeah, so I was going to come up here in the morning for sunrise, but again it was going to be windier. So this is plan C. I managed to get away a little bit earlier. Not early enough to go up onto the plateau, but early enough to get up here. So that's the plan. Come up here for sunset. Just hoping these clouds clear from the east, but maybe talk a wee bit about sunrise and sunset and which is better in a wee while. But yeah, let's get to the top. Let's get a layer on here first. See the skies changing behind me. It's been a week of really nice weather actually, and it's as I said, it's changing tomorrow. It just feels, after having blue skies all the time, it's nice to have some clouds. Might make some nice photography depending on what happens with sunset. Oh, what's that cosy jacket? Spare. You see, I've also got the ice axe with me and the crampons, and that's because I was in such a rush. I forgot to take them out of the bag. I don't think I'll need them. I hope I don't need them, but certainly driving up I could see there wasn't that much snow in this hill. But you never know, so they're in the bag. Right, take them for a walk to the top. Having layered up, I got on my way again, and it wasn't too far or too long until I was approaching the summit of the mountain. Wow. Here we are on the summit. This is Mila Buchel. Look at what a view. Oh, let's go up here. Wow. That's the view I came for. Right, I'll come back down, get something to eat, put my woolly hat on, and I'll bring you in and give you a 360. Right, let's get hunkered down here. As I said, I'll get my beanie hat on, talk a wee bit about sunset and sunrise. Lovely though. Still not writing off tonight's sunset. There's some nice pink skies appearing away out west. Let's keep our fingers crossed. So I got myself sorted at the summit and got my wee woolly hat on, and things at this point weren't looking too great for a stunning sunset. The colours were a bit muted, but things can change around about sunset and sunrise, and all it takes is for the sun to emerge from behind the clouds, and as you'll see in a wee minute, that's kind of what happened. But even without the skies at sunrise or sunset, Mila Buchal's a fantastic summit, and the views over to the main Cairngorms and the northern corries are just absolutely fabulous. Oh, so I'm waiting patiently just to see, there's a wee slither on the horizon, and sometimes that can lead to spectacular sunset skies. And yeah, I was going to talk a bit about sunset versus sunrise, and obviously today I'm here for sunset, but I was going to be coming up for sunrise. I think I prefer sunrises, just because you can get up earlier. I'm a bit of an early bird. I suppose if you're a night owl you might not prefer that, but I prefer sunrises. It's usually quieter, there's less people on the hill, but there's a bit of unfamiliarity. You don't know if the weather's changed overnight when you're getting up for sunrises. I suppose that adds to the excitement. Whereas with sunsets, you've got the whole day to contemplate what the weather's doing. Although here I am today and it's changed and it's not quite as nice as I thought it was. But I tell you what, the clouds are turning a nice colour, so I'm going to shut up just now, go and take some time lapse, and this might turn out to be a spectacular sunset. Wow, right, let's take some shots. So the colours in the sky appeared from nowhere and really quickly actually, so I set the cameras up and got some footage which I hope you enjoy. After capturing some of the dusk skies, it was starting to get a little dark, so it was time to get packed up and think about heading off the hill. Right, it's starting to get dark now. One of the things that I always try and do when I know I'm going to be walking in the dark is get the head torch on nice and early, because I have been in situations where it's got dark and then try to route about with your phone's light to find your head torch can be a bit of a pain. So I'm going to put that on, I'm going to get my gloves on and put a second jacket on. I suppose another advantage of sunrise over sunset is with sunrise you know that you're walking into the day, whereas at the moment at sunset I'm walking into the night, and if things change and the weather's on the slide that could be a bit precarious, but let's hope not. Anyway, I'll descend down. There's a wee bothy at the bottom of the hill, so I might stop there. If there's nobody in, I'll pop in there and show you around there. If not, I'll just bring you back on the way down somewhere and give you an update. Right, well, hopefully there's some nice pictures and some time lapse. The sky did go really nice, so hopefully you've got some nice views and pictures of the Cairngorms with a spring coating of snow. Lovely. Right, halfway point. Let's get off this hill safely. Some big patches of snow here. Nothing I couldn't really circumnavigate around, so I don't need the crampons here, but you never know further down, so I've got them just in case. Glad I brought them now. From the summit of Mila Buchal, it's a rather steep descent down to the bothy, and you can't see this side of the hill from the start, so I wasn't sure if there was more snow patches or not. Anyway, I soon got down and was approaching Rivoan Bothy. Oh, right, here we are at the bothy. Let's go and see if there's anybody in. Ooh. Nobody home. This is the Rivone bothy. It's quite small bothy. I'll show you around. I'll let you see. Wow. There's the doorway there. There's really not much to this bothy. It's just a single room with a window. The last time I came past here was when I was doing the Cairngorms inner loop, and there's a wee porch just out here. You can leave your stuff. That's the door that came in. Yeah, it's not too big. Right, I'm absolutely roasting, so I'm going to take some layers off and I'll bring you back in just a second. Right, I tell you what, it was getting quite cold on the summit, but now that I'm down, I'm absolutely roasting, so I'm going to take a layer off here. Yeah, as I said, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the last time I was here was when I was doing the cycling route and it was packed out. I'll put a link to that video. That was amazing. I ended up going over to what's the name of the place again? Not Tallmount. Oh, anyway, I can't remember. My brain's fried. It'll come back to me. But anyway, that was an amazing adventure. But yeah, nice wee bothy. Quite small. Probably wouldn't sleep that many, and it's quite busy because it's relatively close to the well, about an hour's walk. So I'll be back at the van in about an hour. But yeah, let's just get de-layered here and get ready for this walk out, which goes past the green walking as well. There's quite a nice path round Mila Buchel, and that's a good thing to look out for as well if you're going to be doing sunrise or sunset hikes. Is yeah, a nice path because it makes things easier. I think I'd have gone up Cairngorm, the path would have been covered in snow and I would have had to navigate off, whereas with the path showing here, it was just a case of putting my head torch on and following the path, which is quite easy in comparison. So yeah, let's get going. Just another wee advantage of doing this all over the bigger one. Right, let's go. Right, let's go. See you next time, Rivone. Lovely wee bothy. Right, let's get back down the road. And the van awaits. With my head torch on, I headed into the darkness of the glen and was soon into the forest in Glenmore. And yeah, it's a bit eerie in the forest at night times, lots of noises and yeah, eyes looking at you from the trees. But yeah, I was soon back at the van and settling down for the night. Right, I'm back at the van, as you can probably see. I've moved along a bit. I'm parked just at the side of the road towards the ski centre, but not that far up. Not far from the loch, but anyway, that was a great little trip. Really enjoyed it. It took me quite a bit of time, maybe about an hour to get back from the Rivone bothy, and it was just head down and yeah, one foot in front of the other. I did see a deer at one point, or I hope it was a deer. It was either that or it was a demon with those eyes. But yeah, so yeah, sunrise or sunset, what do you think? I think I do prefer sunrises for the reasons I outlined earlier on. But that wasn't a bad sunset as far as sunsets go. I got some nice footage, I think. The skies did turn some nice colours there. So. And it's a lovely little hill, Mila Buchel. I can recommend it. It's a relatively short outing. I mean, that took me about 3 hours in total. And that was including a 20-minute, half an hour stop at the top watching the sunset. So definitely recommend it. And the views, sometimes these smaller hills give better views over to the big hills. Certainly the views from there are probably better than the views from Cairngorm summit itself, to be honest with you. Well, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Right, I'm away to listen to some football and have a cup of tea. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next week, hopefully, for another adventure. Right, whew, cup of tea time.